Um, Hello everyone. So this is my PA of the day. So I took a trade on October 28th, and I kind of want, to me, is a new opening of learning, and I want to say why I took a trade that area, because at that area that I saw a strong buyer came in of this, and I see the volume is pretty good, but they're equal from the seller. And then I felt I look this area again and to do the reading of the story, and I go back and try to see what is going on in this area of the buyer will react, and then I want to start from October 26th. That was a conference of Lucas that was going for a buy, but then I don't see anything was going for a buy, so I stay away from that 26. But I stood there to watch it, and I just stand there, just watch it. It's like, okay, the momentum of the seller is strong, and would it be react of this area again? I was asking that question. Would it be area to react again? Because this is a buyer, is pretty strong again. So the momentum is pretty strong at that time of 1 o'clock. So after the 2 o'clock, I waited for the after 2 o'clock the news came out. The news came out was Euraud. To me, what I see was is kind of negative, and then from this next one, it was like a percent, one bar, but I considered negative too. From this one, it looked like 3 stars, so it looked like it's very important. But I was looking the number, and mine is negative, so I kind of telling myself not to take a trade because I'm not sure, and I was just telling myself, just learning, reading. So and I read, and I saw this come down and say, you know what, that seller is pretty strong. So I kind of stay away of this trade for now, and especially it's 1 hour. And I took my time just to read others, other members' PA, and what I was looking for is reading or learn from other mistake. And what I see is that after woke up in a time, I don't really wake up at this time, but while I'm at 9 o'clock wake up, and I just see the buyers still struggling, and I want to see that after 10 or 11, that's what time I was still working, but I have lunchtime break, and look at it, so the seller is still strong. And then after this, it was like, okay, around 4 o'clock, so I say, you know what, buyer is still weak, and then around here I still didn't read it. But then I came back from this time, and I think it was still looking for a buy, but then I came back, and I was like, you know, the seller is still weak, but I still not confident to do this on buy. And plus, at that moment, yeah, I wasn't really confident to go for a buy from here, and I was looking for a discount, and I was like, you know what, about this time, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go to sleep. I didn't want to take a trade, and then wake up, and then when around this area, I kind of wanted to take a trade, but then I didn't want to. I wasn't really confident about that. So basically, I was just telling myself, oh, just learn about the reading. Read was buyer and seller. So I read the buyer is strong. But then I started learning more. I was learning from others PA members. When his PA was he went deeper what's going on in this buyer. But for me, in 1 hour, I see it, okay, it's too kind of strong. But when he went deeper of it, the buyer, to me, look, is really weak. But he went deeper and deeper. I started to realize that the more deeper that he goes, the more I could see the difference of it. So it is kind of weak, but the seller is kind of strong. But I just want to say that I learned something new from here to go deeper of the different time frame. But originally, I don't see it when I just got a aha moment that something that I didn't learn, that I didn't knew. So at that moment, so was this guy in this area? I was still working on my part-time job. So that moment, I came back around 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock, I said, no, this is not 12 o'clock. Yeah, around here, around this 12 o'clock. And then before I want to take a trade, I just want to read this part and say, okay, the sell is getting weak. That sell is getting weak right now. Let me see to the left. And to the left, I say, oh no, they already broke this area. So this buyer is not here no more. So, okay, what about this buyer and this buyer area and this area over here? Would it be back to react? And then I feel that moment at 12 o'clock, it was reacting really strong. And then I was like, okay, I need to do the same reading again. Maybe I gotta go deeper what is going on in this area and also this area. So I went deeper of this buy, went to 15, and I was like, okay. See, like I see this like very struggle, or it's acting like a channel. So buyer came, so the seller tried to push down, the seller came strong, and after the buyer came really strong, I like the volume, and after that the seller is still there, but the volume is getting low. Buyer cannot perform again, and the seller performed one more time, and I didn't took a trade from here, but at that moment it was like boom, buyer came really strong, and I like the volume. I said to myself, I like the volume from there, and then from this moment I was like, okay, I don't want to take a trade yet from there. I want to go deeper on whatever I learned. It was a aha moment. I want to go deeper. But I feel I wasn't really confident about that because it's really low, the time frame. But then I wasn't really thinking about my big area, but then I was like, this should be an area from there. So I went back to 1 hour of this area that will react of sell, because so at this area when I was reading of it, the seller came really strong, the buyer came back, but the seller was so getting weak. But then I wasn't trusting it. But at this moment I was just reading. At this moment I just reading. Okay, seller came strong, buyer's weak, seller came really strong, and buyer came up, and I was just reading this too. Now it came back, it came up with a volume. It's like, yeah, it's not stronger than this volume. So the moment it popped right there, and then okay, I'm gonna just wait another pop. So it popped from there, and at that moment I took my trade from here. But then I should take some profit over here, but I didn't. Well, I'm luckily it was demoing, because I was learning from reading again, and I should take a profit. I was telling myself I should take a profit at least 90%, just let it run everything from there. But then I was like, you know what, I'm not taking a profit. I'm just want to read this thing. Read the seller. Can they perform? Do the seller cannot perform? Seller try, buyer came. Seller tried, buyer came. Then seller tried 2 candle. I said, you know, not stronger than this one. So buyer came strong. I said, I like this one. Then. And then seller came, tried, and buyer came. I said, I like it again. Then seller came down, boom. At that moment, I say, you know what? I'm gonna close my trade again. I'm gonna close this area, and I waited for it. And then I saw Naveen was going for Aussie Switzerland for a buy, October 28th, and I was like, Naveen was going for a sell. My bad. So I was saying, I'm still going for a buy, because this area was pretty strong, and this area I was like, I'll come back later. I want to see something. So I see the buyer came really strong, and then 2 candle of a seller, and to me I was like thinking, is that a rollover? So is that a rollover? At that moment I see this buyer coming back again, so, and strong. So I think I took a trade from here over here. I think I take a trade from here. Yeah, around here, because I was looking 2 pairs at the same time with Aussie Swift friend, and then but the thing is that I learned that reading is very important to me. So the buyer came back, came over here. I was looking at this area. Okay, I'm gonna take a 90% profit and let it run. And I'm just still watching, just read. Okay, the seller is getting weak. And then the buyer came back up, breached this area, and then the seller came down, but came down strong, and came down strong. And I was like, is this going to act like a channel, or this area is going to act like a channel? And to me, I was looking at, I'm still learning to find out the channel or not. But then I see the buyer came back up, and at that moment I see a little bit range, and I felt, is that as a money spot? So if it's that money spot, I want to see the buyer came. And the buyer came back, and then started losing momentum. At that moment, I just took my whole profit, because it was hitting that area that for sure was let me see. Yeah, I was hitting this